Hi,
Yeah,
Shubhi.
we have
Hi.
Sharda in the call with us. He's an architect.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Shruti. So I can take up from here. Thank you.
Thank
Okay. Hi, Shubhi.
Hi, sir. Hi.
How are you?
Fine.
How are you doing?
Fine.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No problem. Okay. This is your second round, no? So you threw the first round,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Uh, yeah. So start with the short introductions. No? So
Okay.
can you give short brief about yourself, Shubhi?
Yes. Sir, my name is Subhu Imran and I have 5.11 year experience so in IT
Okay.
company. So in from last 2 years I have I am working in React.js
Okay.
and earlier I was working on Angular. So 1.5 year I have done one project in Angular and three project in React.js I have done. So my current company is Motherson Solutions Private Limited. So in our current
Okay.
company I have done two projects. So this is also this is a e-commerce project. So my first
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Fine. Okay. So what is the backend system you use?
uh, Backend Spring Boot and Node.js. But Node.js at that time we are using in Angular and React sometimes.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Yeah. And in our current project is Spring Boot.
Current project is Spring Boot.
Spring Java.
Spring Boot. Oh,
Yeah.
Java Spring Boot.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Subhahi is it's a front-end developer or so full
Sir,
stack. You
actually,
work.
sometimes I worked with the backend team, but I am completely front end developer.
Okay, front-end developer. Good. Okay. Fine. Okay. So, okay. So you're good in. How is what's your role actually? So you will be developers with only work on React or Angular, or you will work on both HTML, CSS.
Yes, sir. HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js, and
Okay.
Oracle, Swagger, Postman. I have also experience of this one, and Spring
Okay.
Boot. Also, I have worked with my backend team, so that time only little bit things in Spring Boot, how to update, how to run, and if some little bit changes in the code, so I will do.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first project I'm seeing now, AAFES. Okay,
Hafiz.
can you get some a short brief about the projects? No,
Yes.
what's about the
Yes,
projects?
yes, yes. Hafiz means Army and Air Force returning process project. It means it is when any customer purchase online product, online item. So that time they can return via online and they can go to their store. So for they can return if any damage the product quality is not good, so they can return. So this is a project we have done. So
Okay,
yeah, so there are three role in this project: admin,
okay,
associate, and supervisor. So once any admin or associate can log in, so once you click on the login button, so it will go to the next order search page. So there are multiple order id, or they can multiple name, they can search by name also. So once you give any order id and click on the search button, so it will go to the next page. It's a order detail page. So in order detail page it will show all the related products of related it will show the product list of related order id. So here we can search by, or is through the scanner and barcode also. Sorry. And
okay,
once you click or select the quantity and then click on the markdown button, so it will go to the return process page. In return process page it is mainly part of the returning process. In this project, in this page we have done drop down list. There are showing the return reason code, means why customer is returning. So it's a return reason code, for damage or quality is not good, or sometimes lots of reason code is there in drop down.
Okay. So
And
okay, what I understand it's a different multi-role project actually, admin and other roles.
yeah.
Okay, how you do an authorization in your pages? If it's admin, no, so it have some functionality. If a
Mm-hmm.
normal users, we have to functionality.
Yes.
So how we implement that one actually?
Yes, actually, we have given some roles like associate DC, associate like ERPA associates, ERPA supervisor. So that time we are when there are some username and password. If username is admin, like a Sophia or John. So John, it means it's a admin. So we are just store in the local storage. And
Okay.
yeah, so that time we are understood, okay, this is the admin. So once this admin, so in admins related things means admins all have authority. They can see the vendor list also, they can see the masters list also, all the product detail. But once we are giving any uh, supervisor login like a Mike or Bob, so we are giving some. So this is a supervisor. We are also some store in the local storage. So if supervisor only show the only take the authority for orders related. That's it. Nothing it
Okay,
will
fine.
show the from
Okay.
masters.
Okay, so you are storing local host now. So
Yes.
storing in a local host and this cookies. What's the different things? So
Yes.
cookies and local host. I
Local
mean,
is
local, yeah, local session local.
you want a session, local storage, and cookies. Three.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. When we are set the data in the local storage, so in local storage, once you shut down your system or close your current tab, so the data is remaining until unless when you not clear manually. So we are clear method we are using for local storage. So
Okay,
this is why we are using in local storage. But session storage, when we are using a session storage, it is data has gone once you shut down or close the tab, so data has gone. But when we are
okay,
using a cookies, so cookies means it's two types of cookies: in memories cookie and persistent cookies. So persistent in memories cookie, we are using some expires keyword. So
okay,
it is expired at a particular time. For after 1 year or after 2 year, we can given the time for document dot cookies and expire name.
okay, good,
So this
okay,
is the difference. But
okay,
mainly
sure,
we are
okay,
using in our project in local storage. Only local storage we are using, because
okay,
we are store the value for some fact7 id we are storing in the local storage. Any user login or any user just some fetch the data. So
okay. So you said you are working both Angular and
yes,
React. No?
before 2 years.
Angular, which version? Angular, which version you work?
4.
4. Okay,
Mm.
okay,
But 2 years ago I was working in Angular. Yeah.
okay, okay, sure, no, fine, okay. So Angular, so you have any about what is routing guard? What purpose you using routing guard?
Routing, yeah, that time we are using in the routing for navigate to one page to another page in the component.
Okay,
Hmm. Observer we are using. Mm-hmm.
okay. Uh, Okay, so routing it's navigation. So what purpose we use a routing guard?
Routing dot.
Guard.
Routing god. No, I don't have any idea. Routing dot.
Routing guard, not guard. Guard. Okay, fine. Okay. So React we have a ng templates. So what purpose you use ng template?
ng
Ng template.
ng template, ng
Yeah.
template.
NG template.
um, ng template we are using some installing or some react router. That time we are using global, using non global.
Okay. Okay. S- Okay. So okay, Angular. Okay. Okay. So Angular, you don't have a test, no? So you're 2 years before you work on, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine, no problem. Okay. So React. Okay, React. Uh, okay. So what's the limitation in React?
Limitations of react.
Yeah, limitations. So React is a library, no?
Yes.
So what is the limitations? You're working on both React and Angular, no?
Yes.
So you feel what is the limitations when we use React applications? So during your development, you feel some difficulties, no? There is some limitations actually.
Actually, in Angular there is a
No,
support.
not Angular. React. React. I'm talking about React.
Acha, React is a one-way data
Okay.
binding. First of all,
Okay.
yeah,
Okay.
and it is a support JSX. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a future. So from your experience, no, so you're working both.
Yeah.
What is the limitations? So for this projects, we should not use a React. Okay, that's a statement. So there may be some limitations. No, you feel any limitations in using that?
No, sir, I didn't feel any limitations. Only one I know, it's a two-way data binding is not support, and
Okay.
reusability in React is also. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Okay. So React routers. No, React router, right?
Hmm.
So what is a React router?
React router actually mainly for using navigation page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
hmm,
okay. Suppose we want to pass parameters from routers. Now, how we do that?
in the router we are giving some path and component name. So where you want to navigate from after the login.
Fine. Okay. So a router, we can pass some parameters to the next pages actually, right?
Yeah.
Both Angular, React. So how we do that actually?
We can do the switch component, and in router we are giving some component name, and we are giving some path.
Okay. Path.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Path. Okay. Okay. So okay. Fine. So we have some two components. Okay. So how you make intercommunications between one component to other component? Sub. Okay.
Yeah.
How we do intercommunications, component communications. Suppose a data from one components need to pass another component.
Through the props.
Yeah, props. So if it's a hierarchy data, we can do props. Okay.
Hmm.
So it's there is no hierarchy. So this is one hierarchy and the other hierarchy. No. So any other way we can pass.
Yes, if you through the render props also, and context we are using.
Okay. What is context API?
Context API actually, that time if you pass the data, there are some number of components hierarchy, component
Okay.
A to component 10, but you want to pass data from one component to 10 component directly. So that time we are
Okay.
using a context. So context isn't a provider, is a component one, and where you want to pass the data. So that time, like a component 10, so component 10 is a consumer, context dot consumer.
Okay, fine.
Got it.
So we have a functional component and we have a class component. So what is the difference? So when we use functional component,
Functional component, we are using uh, that in functional component there is no any state. So that you don't want to update any state, or it depends on. So there is no any state, or you can pass any data from one to another component. So that
okay,
time we are using function. But in a class component there are a state method. Set state method is there. So once you update the data, update the state, so that time we are using set state method in class component.
okay. So class component, we normally create a class component. We extend React that components, right?
Hmm.
And
Yes.
one more option is so React that pure component, right?
Yes.
What is a pure component? When you use pure component,
Actually, pure component, it is avoiding the re-renderer of the component. It means that when we are using a React dot component, so React dot
okay,
component, it is if you want to update any component, so that time it is render all other components, so like component 1 2 3 all other component. But when we are using a pure component, it is avoiding re-rendering, so only that component is render where we want to update, not a whole component is render.
okay, good, okay, okay. So life cycles. Now, so you work on life cycle, right?
Hmm.
Should component update is one of the life cycles.
Yes.
So for some rare condition, we maybe use actually. So what purpose when we use this life cycle components?
Should component update lifecycle method when if any state has changed, so that time this life cycle is execute.
Okay, yeah, okay. So we are updating a state, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so after we updating a state, we need to call a method. Okay,
Hmm.
so to call a method, we need to make sure the state is updated. Okay, so how we do that?
Through the life cycle method or this dot set state method.
Set state method.
Yes, so for example we are giving some button in JSX and we are giving some method on click. So here we are using some this dot state where initial is a name is ABC, then method inside we are calling a set state method, and here we are using name is ABC. So that time when we click on the button, so it will change and update the name. uh, in ABC it is updated by the XYZ.
Okay, so yeah, I'll come to a point. Okay, so set state have a two parameters. One is an optional parameter. Second is an optional parameters.
First is
Okay,
callback and second is optional.
yeah, what is the optional parameters?
Optional parameter, set state method, mm,
Okay,
optional
it's a
parameter
callback
is
method, no?
callback method.
Callback.
Yes, yes.
Okay, set. Okay, fine. Okay, so React components. When you work React components, no? So we use a render as a functions. When you use a render function, no? Render function. What
Hmm.
is render function actually?
In class component,
Class
in
comp.
class component, that time first of all in lifecycle method for we are talking about, so constructor, and if any then after when we using a render method, it just return the JSX. It's like a DOM here, JSX part just like a DOM, so it will return. So these are the render method.
Render. Okay, DOM. Okay.
Hmm.
So have you worked on a Redux pattern?
Yes, sir.
Can you can you give short about the Redux pattern, short architecture? What how will be the flow from view? How it will be the flow to and
Hmm.
how it come to the view?
Hmm. Actually, Redux mainly used for management the state. So there are store. So in main file, or we are using import the store and wrap up the component, like a app component we are wrap up with the provider. But if you want to connect in component or components, so that time we are using a connect method. So connect method is just take as a function, and like a two method, map state to props and map dispatch to prompts. So this is, then after it will go to the reducer, and reducer is just take the switch statement, switch case statement. It is totally dependent on the action type. So where we are using a action type and payload, so that time is reducer, we are taking a switch is the action type is a login, then it will go to the this one. Otherwise if home page, it will go to the this one. So this is the
Okay.
mainly of Redux.
Okay. So in between the actions and the reductions, no? So there is a known flow called uh,
Select
use side effect. Select as a side effect. What is
selectors.
side effect? Side effects.
Side effects.
Yeah.
mm, no, I don't know side effects. Selectors we are using. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Fine. Okay. So what is middleware in React?
First is Saga. Redux also is a middleware, and Saga and Thunk. But I didn't
Okay.
work in Thunk.
Okay. So okay. Apart from that, can we create our customized middleware? What's the purpose of middleware actually?
Uh, uh, this is a middleware when we are using a Saga, or there are for state management, because there are multiple functions is there. So we are using Saga, so is a root Saga. So we are using in root Saga method, we are using root Saga method, and here we are giving some functions name. So in
Okay.
that
So
root Saga,
Saga. Okay. Saga and other things. No, that's fine.
Thunk,
So
yeah.
Tank, can we create customize our own customized middleware?
Own customized middleware. No, I don't have any idea, sir. I think we can create, but I don't have
We
any
can
idea.
create. No, we can create. Okay. Okay. So React, have you any knowledge in working on React Native?
No, sir. React Native only I have a little bit knowledge. Yeah, sometimes I go through the Google Docs. Yeah.
Okay. So have you implemented PWA in your application, progressive web application?
Yeah, but in React Native not. We are not using React Native.
Okay, fine. Okay.
So
So you have any idea about what is
React.
progressive web application?
Sorry.
Progressive web application, PWA?
PWA actually, sir, yeah, this is a for mobile AMP analytics we have done. PWA. So
Come
it's
on.
a pure JavaScript we are using.
It's pure JavaScript.
No, no, we are coding in pure JavaScript. Yeah, in
Okay, fine.
PWA.
Okay.
So that time this is for when we are using bedbath and beyond URL. So we are giving some query parameter WM PWA. So it is go to in element tag. So it will go to the PWA page. It's a mobile one. You can select by the F12 mobile.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. So you work in HTML also, no? HTML.
HTML, yes.
CSS HTML. Have you worked on any preprocessor SAS less?
No, no, I didn't work. Actually, our piece project is totally material UI. So we are
So,
using some paginations, date, and accordion. We are using with material UI. Sometimes we are using also CSS.
okay. Fine. Okay. So CSS. Okay. CSS. No? Okay. You have responsiveness. So what is responsive design?
Through the media query, we
Okay.
can use through the media query. We can pass the if mobile or tablet, so that time we are using at the rate screen and we are giving number 728. We can responsiveness page and in CSS.
Okay. Okay. CSS. Okay. So you have any idea about what is flex layout?
Flex, flex, flex in CSS.
Yeah. Flex.
Mm-hmm.
CSS flex. Flex
Actually,
displays.
yes, flex I didn't work on, but I have a knowledge in flex. It is
Okay.
adjust the width of the button or adjust the. For example, we are giving three or two buttons. So if you want to show in a parallel or you want to show in a left or right, so that time we are using a flex uh, image.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay. So okay. Uh, display. So display we CSS we to hide an element. Now
Yes, display
we
none
use
or display, yeah,
a display none and
none
a display block, right?
block.
So what is the difference actually?
Display none, it
So,
means you're not showing any text or you're not showing any image. If you
okay.
want to go display none, then but display harm and display hide means that time if you use like a some button, so after clicking on the button you just hide your button or you just hide the text. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So how many way of we can use CSS?
Internal,
Inline is one.
external, or
Okay. Yeah.
internal, external, or inline.
Okay. What else?
I three ways.
Three way. What else? So class, pseudo class, elements.
mm, Pseudo class,
You have any
pseudo
idea what is pseudo class in CSS?
mm, pseudo class in CSS. No, sir.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
Actually, I
So
heard about. Mm-hmm.
you have any idea about what is specificity in CSS?
Specificity in CSS. In
Yeah.
when where we using exact this one in external
Specificity.
CSS use style.
Okay. Okay. So you're good in JavaScript also, no? So you have any idea what is closer in JavaScript?
Yes, closure rate just like a lexical scope for we are giving a function a and we are giving a some variable name a, and inside a function we are using another, we are creating another function or same variable, so inner function can access the outer function variable, so this is a closure.
Okay. Fine. Okay. Okay. So we have any idea what is a call stack in JavaScript?
Call stack,
Call
no,
stack. JavaScript call stack.
no, I don't know.
Okay. You don't know. Okay. Fine. Okay. So ES6. Have you worked on ES6?
Hmm.
Okay, so what's this? Any specific function, any specific features of ES6 use?
First of all, arrow function.
Okay,
Second is destructuring,
okay.
square operator,
What
and
is destructuring actually?
destructuring actually if you are passing from one to another variable,
Okay,
and we are using mainly we are using in React, so in another component, so that time we are using a const and we are giving a variable name and is equal to this dot props and this dot state, so these are the destruction, and that variable we are using in our JSX. It just
Okay.
passing from one to another component. Yeah, variable you want to use, same variable.
Okay, fine. Okay. Thanks for your time. So
Okay, sir.
okay, Sam done. So you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Thank
Thank
you for
you.
your time.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.